Hello, Keith here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're going to have the 72 Oakland Athletics, and the visitors will be the 70 Cincinnati Reds. The game is SABRETooth Baseball 2.0. See the link below. And I'm starting to get the hang. The past few games I've overlooked some things. So I'm going to try to get everything right this game. And after this is going to be the last game I play with I will have played through every team. The only team I haven't played to now is Oakland, and this is going to be a game where we're featuring Oakland. So, and after this I plan to play either a 5 or a 7 game series. So I just may have to make one adjustment here. Minor adjustment. There we go. Okay. Alright, so Ken Holtzman is going to be pitching for the Oakland Athletics. He is -4 to the walks, no hit adjustment, no hit by pitch adjustment, no extra base hit adjustment. -2 of the strikeouts, and -5 to home runs. There's no wind here in Oakland, Oneida County Stadium. And the pitch is a 22, and that will be an out for Pete Rose. 6-3, 1 out. Okay. Next up will be Bobby Tolan for the Cincinnati Reds. And 0-4. So Ken Holtzman is -4 walks. And so the lowest walks become a ground ball. So that's actually a ground out. So Ken Holtzman gives very few walks. So that will be a ground out, 4-3, 2 outs. Next up will be Tony Perez. Wind up in the pitch, and that's 13, and that is a low K. So low K becomes a ground ball. That's going to be a ground out, and the out is going to be 6-3. So 1/3 an inning, 3 ground outs, and now we're going to have Tony Cloninger is going to be pitching for the Cincinnati Reds. And again, the way I choose the pitchers, I just do it random. There's a starting pitcher usage chart, and I roll a dice to decide to see who's going to pitch. So Cloninger is +4 to walks, -1 to hits, +1 to extra base hits, -7 to home runs, and -7 to strikeouts. And here's the pitch. 77. That will be a deep fly ball for Bert Campaneris. Here's one of the things I wasn't doing before. So that we will have to look at the fly ball chart. It'll be -10. So that is going to be hit into left field. So it's because it's a fly plus. We check on the fly ball chart. So I want to see the fly ball chart. I don't have it here. So I think it's I think you subtract 10 on the deep fly. Oh yeah, it's 10 on the deep fly, 20 if there's only one. So Campaneris is a righty, so I'm going to roll righty, and I'm going to subtract 10. 72 is a home run, Bert Campaneris. So Bert Campaneris leads off with a home run for the Oakland Athletics, and that makes it 1-0 A's. Now Joe Rudy's going to get it. Cloninger pitches to Rudy. 55, that is going to be a fly ball into center field. 1 out. Next up will be Reggie Jackson. 66, we're looking at a low fly ball. And if we have minus hits, low fly ball. Okay, so low fly ball. So now we got to roll to see if we have an error check. And no error check. So it's going to be a fly out to right field. 2 outs. But I have to see if there's a fly to. I have to see if the fly ball becomes a ground ball, and it doesn't. Okay. So Reggie Jackson flew out to right field. Sal Bando's going to be up. And here's the pitch. And 34 is going to be a ground out. But the 4 lowest ground balls become walks. So that will become a walk. So Sal Bando will walk. And he'll be at first base. Cloninger gives up a lot of walks. Mike Epstein will be up, the number 5 hitter. We're on first. 63. That will be a fly out. And we have no plus hits, so that will be a fly out for Epstein to right field. And that's the 3rd out. I have to check to see if it's a fly out. Make sure it's a fly out. Okay, so it's a fly to right field. So the A's get 1 run on the home run by Bert Campaneris, and they lead 1-0. Now up, Kenny Holtzman will pitch to Johnny Bench. And the pitch is 29. It's the lowest ground ball. Comes a walk, so that will be an out. And that will be 5-3. Next up will be Lee May. 59 is going to be a fly ball. And it's going to be hit to the left fielder. That's the first fly ball given up by Kenny Holtzman. Bernie Carbo is up. 58, and that will be a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. All right, so now we're going to have the homestanding Oakland A's are going to be up. Cloninger comes back in. He's going to be pitching to Gene Tennis, the right fielder. 55, that is going to be a pop out to the second baseman, P4. Next up will be Dave Duncan. 23, that'll be a high K. And that will be a strikeout for Dave Duncan. 24, 23. Yeah, so that will be a strikeout. And next up will be Larry Brown. 39, and that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. 6-3. But we do have that 1 there. And there is no error check. 6-3 is the out. So we're going to the top of the 3rd. The Oakland A's up 1-0 on the Bert Campaneris home run. Holtzman pitches to Helms. 19. That's a low ground ball. That's going to become a walk. So runner on first. No, because Holtzman doesn't give up a lot of walks. I was thinking Cloninger, so that will be a ground ball. And it was Helms. 7, he's a righty. That'll be 6-3. If that was Cloninger gives up a lot of walks, but Kenny Holtzman actually gives up very few walks. Alright, Dave Concepcion is up. 39, that is going to be a ground out. But I want to check. There is a possible error check now. So the ball was hit by Dave Concepcion to the second baseman. The second baseman is Larry Brown. And I got to roll. Larry Brown's error rating is a 3. No errors, so that's going to be 4-3. So we have Cloninger up. the windup and the pitch. Cloninger is a decent hitter, but he strikes out. So that's it for the Reds. And now we have up in the bottom of the third inning will be Cloninger will pitch to Holtzman for the A's. 81, that will be a high fly ball. And Cloninger's not a hit, so that will be a fly ball into left field. One away. Bert Campaneris got a home run first inning. Cloninger's pitching to Campaneris. 92, Campaneris gets a hit again. And 62, that will be a single. So Campaneris is going to be on first. Bench is going to be behind the plate. Oh, it's risky to run off Johnny Bench, so we're going to have Joe Rudy's going to do a hit and run here. Yeah. 88, Rudy gets a hit. I got to see if there's a range check. Rudy gets a hit, but it will be a range check. So it will be a range check to the second baseman. The second baseman is Helms. Helms has a range of 5. And Helms gets the out. So I got to see on a range check. I don't think I have that. Let's see. Okay, and I think so. We have to roll to see what the So Helms gets the range check, and it'll go 4-3 because that'd be and I'm going to put Kern Campaneris to second base on that range check. So Reggie Jackson's going to be up, runner on second, 2 outs. Tommy Helms saved a hit. And 98, that is going to be a hit by Jackson. 98, let's see, okay. 98 is going to be a hit by Jackson into deep in the left field. And that is going to be a long single for Jackson. Bert Campaneris. I said that's going to left field. The left fielder is Bernie Carbo. Campaneris is an 82 runner, so he's almost automatic 19. So Campaneris comes home. And we get 1 run. Comes in. Makes it 1-1. And Jackson was Jackson's running rating. Jackson was a 54. Jackson would have went to second on the throw. That's the advantage. You're better off hitting the cutoff there. So 2 outs, and the score is 1-0. Now the reason when Bert Campaneris had the ball stolen by Helms, I'm making the assumption that it was a difficult ground ball and he only has a play at first base. So that's why I made G+. 20 Cloningers pitching to Bando. 21. It's a high K, and that's going to be a strikeout for the 3rd out. All right. So actually, we're going to the 2, 3 innings. 1, 2, 3. All right. Actually, no. So Bert Campaneris. So the A's got another run, and the A's are up 2-0. Bert Campaneris has scored both runs for the Oakland A's. So when the A's next come to bat, it'll be Mike Epstein. But right now, Ken Holtzman is pitching to Pete Rose, the top of the order. And we got 51. 51 is going to be a line out to the second baseman for Pete Rose. 4. Next up will be Bobby Tolan. 90 will be a hit for Tolan. So that will be a hit into left field. And that will be a short single for Tolan. Alright, so how did the Cincinnati Reds, the Cincinnati Cincinnati had above average use of stolen bases. So Duncan is a 0. So Toland is definitely going to try to steal second base. And he gets the jump. 74 or below, he steals it. And Bobby Toland will steal second base. Stolen base. Now I believe it's minus 20 going to third, but I'm not going to risk it. So Toland's on second. 1 out. Tony Perez is up. 19. And that is going to be a strikeout for Tony Perez. That, and I have to look up the rule about stealing third base. I think it's minus 20. It could be minus 10. But that's something I'm going to review later. 47. That's a high ground ball. If it was plus K, that would turn into K, but it's not. It's a ground ball with runner on second base. So I have to roll because we got a 2. 83. That is a triple X check. And 30 on the triple X chart is going to be a wild pitch. So we roll 6-sided dice. Holzman is a wild pitch 2. No wild pitch. So that will be a regular ground out. And that will be a ground out to Tony Perez. That will be a ground out to shortstop. 6-3. And Toland actually, now Toland has the option of going to third base. So let's look at that chart. So non-force out play, and from second to third base, plus 15 to the run, and plus the arm. So Toland 76, 86, 91. The arm of our shortstop is Campaneris. So Campaneris is going to let him go to third base because Toland's very fast. So they'll go for the sure play. And Johnny Bench was supposed to be up, but so that should have been a pop out anyways. So that is the third out anyway, 6-3. Johnny Bench was up, so that would have been actually a pop out to shortstop. Pop out to shortstop. All right. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we have a 2-0 lead for the homestanding A's. Cloninger's pitching to Epstein, and we got 76. 76 is going to be a deep fly ball. And it's going to be hit toward the center fielder. 13, looking on the X chart. Oh, wait a minute. So 13, is there a platoon advantage? Yes. So we have to roll to see if there's a platoon advantage. So 1, 2, or 3, and Cloninger, and that hit becomes an out. It does. The out becomes a hit. It doesn't. So we now have a deep fly ball hit by the left-hander Epstein. And we get 37 minus 10 is a 27, so that's going to be a deep double for Mike Epstein. A deep double for Mike Epstein because it's minus 10. And we have Epstein on second, and only 1 out, and nobody out actually. And Gene Tennis is going to bat. 92 is going to be a hit for Tennis. And is there a platoon? There is a possible platoon advantage here for Cloninger. And it doesn't take advantage. So Tennis is going to hit the ball into center fielder, into center. And that is going to be a single with the runner only advancing 1 base. So you have runners at first and third, and there's nobody out. Now I thought I read something about the Reds. Quick hook on starting pitchers. That means we're going to pull Cloninger because the Reds have a quick hook on the starting pitcher. So Cloninger is going to come out. So Cloninger's coming out. We need a long reliever. And Jim McLaughlin. I need a long reliever. I need a very long reliever. I'm going to see if I can bring Jim McLaughlin in for the Cincinnati Reds. I have to check the previous Reds game. So if you hold it, if you wait a minute, please. I have to see who the Reds pitched last game to see who's available to pitch this game. So for the Reds, it was McLaughlin started, Wilcox, Carroll, McLaughlin, Wilcox, Carroll, and Granger. So we have McLaughlin, Wilcox, Carroll, and Granger. So McLaughlin is not eligible. I'm going to have him pitch now. Okay. So I am going to bring in let's take another look at that. Alrighty then, get that settled. So, Wilcox, Carroll, and Granger. Pedro Bourbon is eligible to pitch. So my long reliever is going to be Pedro Bourbon. Bourbon. So Pedro Bourbon is going to come in. Pedro Bourbon is going to come in for the Reds. Alright, so Pedro Bourbon will pitch to Dave Duncan. Bottom of the fourth inning. Runners up first and third. Home team Oakland A's winning 2-0. Dave Duncan has quite a few strikeouts. We're still going to do it. So the infield, first question is the infield going to be in? The infield's in. I'm going to try a hit and run. 10. That's a low K. And the lowest K's become ground balls. So that is going to be a ground ball with the infield in. So I have my chart here. So, right here. So the infield is now, first we look at hit and run. So if it's a GDP, or G plus, we roll 1 through 33 and it's a single. So let's roll. Okay, so it's not going to be turned into a hit. So next, we go infield in G. 1 die 6. If it's a 1, it's a single. And if it's a 2, there's a decreased chance of the 2 or 3. It's a decreased chance of the runner coming home. So I rolled a 2. So now, and there's no force. So for the third baseman coming home, it's going to be a minus 30 if I choose to send Mike Epstein home. Mike Epstein is a 41, so he only reach home on 11, so he's going to hold up at third base. Now the hit was to the third baseman, so it's going to be 5-4. Now it could still be, now with the hit and run, it could still be a double play. So I got to check Dave Duncan at first base. Duncan's a 33. That's 20. So Dave Duncan beats out the throw. So we have a runner at first. So what happened? It was a runs at first and third, hit and run in infield. Because the infield, because it was a ground ball and hit and run, we had to see if the ground ball was converted to a single. It wasn't. Because it was an infield in, we'd have to see if it was a converted into a single, or if the runner would have a more difficult time scoring from third or not being able to score from third at all. And he would have had a very difficult time scoring from third because he's Mike Epstein and he's very, very slow. So the out became 5-4. Still might have been a double play, but Dave Duncan was able to beat the throw at first to third, first base. So now Larry Brown is going to be up. Again, we have runners at first and third. Now the infield's coming back to double play death. Larry Brown, we're going to hit and run. 0-1 is going to be a walk. Pedro Bourbon. Lowest walks become a ground ball. So it's going to be a regular ground ball. So we're going to have to roll. It's a regular ground ball. 45. It's going to be hit. So there's no range check. It's going to be hit to the first baseman. So now it's going to be 3-6 to Duncan. Now again, the same thing holds. Epstein can try to go home. So non-force out. Third base and first base to home. Okay, so non-force out. Oh, third base was where the... I see, so that's where the player is. All right, so that would have been plus 15 for Epstein. He still wouldn't have run. But over here, the ball is hit to first base. And that will be plus 25 to the runner. Mike Epstein, unfortunately, is a 41, 51, 61. So that's going to be a 66, and he makes it home. So Epstein says he's going to try for home. Now, do you go for the play at home or do you go for the automatic out? So we're going to go for the play at home. So Epstein up to 66 and 97. So the out will be 3-2. So Epstein decided to go for home. If he had got up to 65, he would have been there. However, he was thrown out by the first baseman, Lee May, who threw it to Johnny Bench. And that is it. So now coming up, Kenny Holtzman. I have to make sure that I put Bourbon's card in the lineup. So now we have Kenny Holtzman will pitch to Lee May. Here's the pitch. 64 is a high fly ball. Ken Holtzman is not plus on his hits, so that will be a fly out to center field. 1 out. Next up will be Bernie Carbo. Here's the windup, the pitch to Carbo. 87 will be a hit into center field. 59, that is going to be a long single into center field. Carbo is on first base. Tommy Helms is up. I don't believe Carbo is a steal. No. Well, 17-71. So Carbo is going to try to get the jump. He gets the jump up to 71 and he steals. And it is 70, so he barely gets in there, but Carbo does get in there. So we'll have a runner on second now with nobody out. So I want to see if the A's and intentional walks. Below average use of intentional walks. So we're going to pitch Tommy Helms if we're the A's. 53. 53 is a short fly ball into right field. No, into left field. That's 2 outs. Runner on second. Dave Concepcion up. And the windup. And the pitch. 68 is going to be a fly ball into center field. So it's a fly ball into center field. We're going to have a triple X check. Fly ball into center field, X check. If in out, pitcher is in groove. On all hits, roll 1 die 6. If 6, a single becomes a ground ball and second and third baseman become fly ball. So Holtzman is in a groove right now. So on hits, and you do not want Holtzman to get in a groove because he is a very strong pitcher. So on all hits, you roll 1 die 6. And on that 1 die 6, if it's a 6, singles become ground balls and other become fly balls. So I wrote that down. So Kenny Holtzman is in a groove. That is bad news for the A's, who are already being shut out. Okay, so now Pedro Bourbon will come back to the mound. Let's see if I can adjust this right here. There we go. And here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 23, and that is going to be a strikeout, but Pedro Bourbon is -2. He doesn't strike out a lot. So the lowest Ks become ground balls, 2 to 10, but that won't be one of the lowest Ks. So Kenny Holtzman struck out. And Bert Campaneris is up. Bourbon is pitching to Campaneris, top of the 5th inning. 58, that is going to be a line drive hit to the first baseman. 2 outs. And Joe Rudy is going to be at bat. 26, that is going to be a ground ball to short. 6 to 3. 3rd out. So we're going to the top of the 6th inning with the Oakland Athletics ahead of the Cincinnati Reds 2 to 0. Holtzman's going to be pitching to Bourbon. Yep. There's the pitch. 35. Bourbon doesn't strike out much, does he? And that is going to be a grounder to the third baseman. 5 to 3, 1 out. Remember, Holtzman's in a groove. So if he gets a hit, you roll a 1, the hit gets taken away. Pete Rose. 44 is going to be a pop out to the pitcher. A weak little pop out to the pitcher. Now Bobby Tolan is up. And the weapon, the pitch, 76. That would be a hit for Tolan. But we got a couple of things. We got 2 on the 6. And after roll to see if his being in a groove affects it. So 77, there is a triple X check. So let's go to the triple X check first. I should say X check. 88. If any out other than K, there'll be, so if any out other than a strikeout, there will be an error check. So if it's an out, it's going to be an error check. So this row right here is going to be a 3. So it is going to be a hit for Bobby Tolan. And I believe there was a 7 there before, so that is going to be a hit into center fielder. It hit into center field for Bobby Tolan. 62 is a fly ball. 62 is actually a long single. So Tolan will be on first base. Now, he's going to try to get the jump and he's going to try to steal. And he does not get the jump. So that puts Tony Perez up. And we will not, with Tony Perez, we will not do a hit and run. Oh, I need my blue dice too. So 74 would be a hit. And it is a hit by Tony Perez into center field. And same things apply. So first we have to roll. See if we have anything on the X chart. We have nothing on the X chart. Is there a platoon advantage for the pitcher? No, there's not. So now we roll for the hit by Perez. 61 is going to be a double. So, okay, so that will be a short double. So that will put runners at second and third with 2 outs and Johnny Bench up. And that, wait, did I roll? I didn't roll to see if he, okay, so him being in the groove didn't affect that. So Johnny Bench is up, and 80 will be a hit for Johnny Bench as he's in the groove. Okay, so it will be a hit for Johnny Bench. The blue die was a 1. It's going to be a hit into left field. And it's 73. And that will be a bases clearing double for Johnny Bench. So Tolan comes home. Perez comes home. Now Bench can try to stretch that into a triple. And I said it was into left field. Joe Rudy is a -5. Bench will not try to stretch that into a triple because it will be up to 47. So Lee May. Ken Holtzman's pitching to Lee May. Holtzman's struggling a little bit now, but he's still in the groove. All right, so that will be Lee May will strike out. But the Reds get 2 runs, and as we go, and they tie it. So as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, the score will be 2-2. The bottom of the 5th inning. 5th or 6th? 6th inning, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the game is tied at 2. Okay. 19. That is one of the lower strikeouts. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that will be a ground out by Reggie Jackson to the shortstop. Reggie Jackson grounds out 6-3. And we got 1 away. Sal Bando is going to be up. 37. 37 will be a ground out to the second baseman. 4-3. Mike Epstein is now going to come in to hit. Epstein is 1 for 2 with a double in the 4th inning. He got thrown out trying to go home on a ground ball. 69 is going to be a deep fly out to center field for the 3rd out. So we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. And the score is going to be Reds 2 and A's 2. So on the top of the 7th, we're going to have Carbo, Helms, and Concepcion. Now, looking at the Reds chart, relies heavily on pitchers in the last 3 spots in the batting order or in tight games or when trailing. So this would be a spot where you would pinch hit, and there is a big advantage for Holtzman. So I'm going to remove Carbo. In place of Carbo, you want somebody either as a switch hitter or a righty. Preferably someone who can play left field. Jimmy Stewart will come in to replace Carbo in left field. Okay, so Jimmy Stewart for Carbo. And seventh. Okay, so Jimmy Stewart takes away that platoon advantage and is a little bit more of a hitting. 73. High fly balls become hits, but Holtzman doesn't have plus hits. So you're looking at a fly out to right field. Maybe. All right, 20. So now we have a platoon advantage, but Jimmy Stewart is a platoon against lefties. So I'm going to roll a 1. All right, so he didn't get that, so he flied out to right field for Tolan. For Carbo, yeah. So fly out to right field. Jimmy Stewart, he will stay in there and play the position. I have to mark that. So Rudy, so Carbo was a 4-2-0. Now we got Stewart. So Stewart's a 2-2-0. So we lost a little bit of range defensively there. Tommy Helms is going to be up. And we got 66. That will be a fly ball into left field. 2 outs. Dave Concepcion. I think it was a mistake pinch hitting for a Carbo. Dave Concepcion is going to be up. 27. And that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. 5-3. So 7th inning stretch here. And 7th inning stretch. The Reds 2, the A's 2, with Oakland coming up. And it is very hot, and I'm going to take a drink because it's 7th inning stretch. Have a bottle of water. There we go. Okay. So here we are. Oh, disappearing cards. Let's get everything right. Alright. I think my camera might have moved. Alright. Good. Here we go. Little adjustment on the camera. Alright. Probably. Alright. So, bottom of the 7th inning. Tennis will be facing Bourbon. 09. That will be a high walk. So that will be a walk. So Gene Tennis will get on first base. And we'll have Dave Duncan. Now Gene Tennis is not gonna do anything fancy here. We're playing for a big inning. So 08 is going to be that ball might hit Duncan, and that ball hits Duncan. So it's a little bit of control problems here for Pedro Bourbon, and he has had it. We're pulling him out. So we're on first and second. Nobody out. Pedro Bourbon is being pulled. in favor of Clay Carroll. Now, I believe Carroll pitched in the Reds' last game, but I don't believe he pitched very much. It was a 12-inning game. So I'm going to bring in Carroll. And let's just say he is good to go. So Clay Carroll will come in for the Cincinnati Reds. And there are 2 R's and 2 L's. Run on first and second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Reds 2, A's 2. Bottom of the A's order up. We will have Larry Brown and we will have Ken Holtzman. Larry Brown's going to hit away. Hoping for good things here. Ooh, grounded in a double play. Okay. Platoon possibility. No, it is a double play. So it's going to be a double play. 5 to 4 to 3. With the runner going to third and the pitcher up. We're going to have the pitcher bat. Holtzman's pitching a very good game. 49 is going to be a ground out for Holtzman. He's a righty. And it'll be out 5 to 3. Hopefully the decision to keep Holtzman in there was a good decision. So we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. It's a 2-run game. It's a 2-2 game, tie game, very good game. And Ken Holtzman is going to be pitching to Pete Rose. So Holtzman has just faced 27 batters. He can face 32 batters without having to worry about tiring. 18. 18 is a high K. So that will be a strikeout. 1 away. Next up will be Bobby Tolan. Oops. Holtzman will pitch to Tolan. Okay. 97 will be a hit for Bobby Tolan into right field. 28 for Tolan, that will be a single into right field. So Bobby Tolan singles into right field. He is definitely going to try to get the jump and steal the base. He's already stole 1 base here. 21, he gets the jump. He's going to try to steal second, and he does steal second base. So we have a runner on second, 1 out. Tony Perez is up, and then the cleanoff hitter, Johnny Bench. Top of the 8th inning. And I do have to do that roll for Holtzman because he is in a groove. Okay, so that hit does stand. Here's the pitch. 77 is a hit for Tony Perez. The first thing I'm going to do is see if... Okay, Holtzman groove didn't affect it, so it's a hit by Perez into left field. And a 69 is going to be a long run-scoring double for Tony Perez. So Bobby Tolan now has 2 runs, 3 for 4, 2 stolen bases. So we got Tony Perez on second. Ken Holtzman. Whew. Okay. Did I miss a hitter here? Clay Carroll. So did the pitching position bat? That's the question. I missed the pitching. I missed the pitching position being bat. Yeah, he's a pitcher anyways, so hopefully he'll be out. 24. Yeah, he was struck out anyways. So now we have 2 outs. All right, so we got 2 outs, and Johnny Bench is up, runner on second. So the only thing that changed is the number of outs. Clay Carroll would have been pitching, and he was struck out. All right, so we got Johnny Bench up. The Reds are up 3-2, top of the 8th inning. We got a runner on second base, Tony Perez. Kenny Holtzman still is not tired. 79, although he's getting there. That will be a hit for Johnny Bench. Several to 1. Okay, so that's a hit for Bench. 40 is a long hit that will score another run. And that'll make it 4-2 Reds. And Lee May is going to be up. So Bench is no threat to steal. With Holtzman in the groove, I'm still going to keep him in there. 80. Man, he's getting... So that's another hit. A hit for Lee May into left field. Gonna roll. 51. That is going to be a long hit. That's 4 hits in a row given up by Holtzman. He is out of there. I gotta remove him. I was hoping I could get a complete game with him, but so Holtzman's going to come out. And I need a relief pitcher for the A's. I'm not looking for fingers yet. So I'll have to go with Darryl Knowles. So Darryl Knowles will come in for the A's. All right. Darryl Knowles is in for the A's. He's going to be pitching to Stewart. 97 is another hit for the Reds. The Reds are just tearing it up. And 65 is going to be a single. That will score Bench from third. The single was into left field. The left fielder is Joe Rudy. He's a -5. So we're looking at going from first to third to left field. So it's going to be -35, but we have 2 outs, so it's going to be only a -5. Lee May's a 43. He's not going to go a third. So we'll have runners on first and second. 2 outs. The Reds are now up 5-2. The Reds are a very, very tough team. They really are. And Tommy Helms. .23. That is a ground ball. Let's take a look. 23. Lowest ground balls become walks. 18, 19, 20, 21. So that is going to be a ground out for Tommy Helms, and it's going to be 6-3 for the third out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And the score is now going to be Cincinnati Reds 5, Oakland A's 2. And so Clay Carroll is still going to be pitching in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just do this, see if I can get that. And Clay Carroll will pitch to Bert Campaneris. Bert Campaneris is responsible for all the Oakland runs with a home run and a single. He has 2, and he was the runner both times. So Clay Carroll pitched to Campy. Campy possibly gets another hit. And we have an X chart. I'm going to roll on the X chart first. 54 is if any hit, pitcher hasn't got his stuff. So it's kind of like the opposite of the gut stuff, except Clay Carroll has lost his stuff. So it's going to be a hit. And Clay Carroll and Bert Campaneris with another hit. 68. And that is going to be a long single. So Clay Carroll now does not have stuff. Does not have his stuff. On our fly balls, roll 1 die 6. Roll of 6 becomes a single. Okay. So Carroll lost his stuff. His stuff. 1 die. So on all flyouts, 1 die 6. 6 becomes a single. All right. So Bert Campaneris, Johnny Bench is behind the plate. Bert Campaneris is on first. He's going to try to steal second base. 71, he does get a jump. Now Johnny Bench has a good arm. 65 or below, and he steals second base. So Bert Campaneris is having a great day. He steals second base, so he's in scoring position. So Joe Rudy's going to be up. Joe Rudy's 0 for 3. See if he can break the streak. 81 will be a hit for Rudy into left field. And again, we're going to be checking on the X chart. 08, runner on base, wild pitch check for Clay Carroll. It is a wild pitch, so Carroll has about a bout of wildness right now. So with nobody out, there's a runner on third base, Campaneris. Looks like Campaneris may get his third run of the ball game. So it was a hit by Rudy. See, that's what I forget. All right. So we did roll. It was a hit for Rudy, I believe. So let's roll it. 32. That is a single. That will score Campy from third base. And that will possibly knock Carroll out of the box. Reggie Jackson up. So bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3. Reds lead. Oakland's up. Nobody out. Joe Rudy on first base. Clay Carroll is tired. But Clay Carroll is also due up in the inning. Do I pull Carroll? All right, Reds are looking to their bullpen. Fortunately, the Reds do not have a Raleigh Fingers, but they do have a Wayne Granger. Wayne Granger is going to come in and pitch for the Cincinnati Reds. Clay Carroll is out. Wayne Granger is pitching for the Cincinnati Reds. And here's the windup. And the pitch to Jackson. 20. 20 is a strikeout. 91 is an X chart. 50, next ground ball, double. Okay, so it's a pass ball check. Johnny Bench is a 3. And we do have a pass ball, so Rudy will go second base on a pass ball by Johnny Bench. And then, but Reggie Jackson will be a strikeout. So Reggie Jackson struck out. Sal Bando is up. Sal Bando will be the tying run if he can knock it out of the park. Unlikely, but 67. That is a fly ball. Into right field. Yep, fly to right field. And of course I'm not going to have the runner advance. Mike Epstein is going to be up. Epstein is 1 for 3 with a double. 61. 61's going to be a fly ball into left field. Is there a platoon advantage? Yes, there is. 1, 2, or 3, and Epstein gets a hit. Nope, he's out. So Granger comes in, does a good job, and limits the Reds to only 1 run. So we're going to the top of the 9th inning with the score A's 3, Reds 5. Reds are up. So Darryl Knowles will pitch to Dave Concepcion. 15 will be a strikeout, 1 out. Next up will be the pitcher, Wayne Granger, who came in. 39, that's going to be another strikeout. And finally, Pete Rose is going to be up. $15, that might be a K. Nope. 15 is a K, yeah. So Darryl Knowles strikes out the side in the 9th inning. He strikes out Concepcion, Cloninger, and a very difficult person to strike out, Pete Rose. So now we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The A's are going to be up. They're down by 2. Question is, can the A's catch up? We're going to see. So it's going to be at bottom of the A's order. So I got to take a look at the A's bench, see who we have for hitters. So we're not going to replace Tennis yet. Tennis has some decent power, so we're going to let him. So we got Tennis, Duncan, Brown, and Holtzman. Tennis we're going to let hit. 34. That's the low ground ball, becomes a base on ball, but he is not a pitcher who walks a lot. 22 would be a range check, but it's not. So the out will be 5-3, 1 out. So Granger is retired 5 in a row. Dave Duncan, the catcher. Now I can remove Duncan. Because Tennis' natural position is catcher. Matty Alou is going to come in and pitch hit. Matty Alou, pinch hit for Duncan in 9th. So Matty Alou is going to pinch hit. And we got 12. 12 is going to be a strikeout. Next up, we have Larry Brown. That will bring in another pinch hitter for the A's. Let's see. Don Mincher. I could have Mincher come in. He's a lefty. He has a little bit of power too. Yep, I'm going to have Don Mincher is going to pinch hit for Larry Brown. Don Mincher is pinch hitting for Larry Brown. So bottom of the ninth inning. 5-3 Reds. A's are up, 2 outs. Don Mincher is going to come in. Wayne Granger is going to pitch to Don Mincher. 85. Does Granger remove hits? No, he doesn't. That will be a hit for Don Mincher. What will the hit be? 94! So 94 is a home run check. We'll take this. So Mincher's a lefty. I'm going to subtract 8 because of Granger. 48 is a 40 home run. Pinch hitter, Don Mincher. Woohoo! And that makes the game a 1-run lead. And that was a good move because Larry Brown would not have had that home run. So now we have a 5-4 game. Excellent move for the A's. Now, the A's are going to pinch hit for Darryl Knowles. And who do we have? Well, we don't have many lefties. We have Ted Kubiak. But that's not much of a platoon advantage. And Granger isn't much of a platoon pitcher anyways, so. I guess it's going to be Angel Mangual. So Angel Mangual is going to pinch hit for Knowles. Bottom of the ninth. All right. So again, 5-4. Oakland A's are behind. Bottom of the ninth inning, 2 outs. Angel Mangual is the tie run. 81 is a hit. 81 is a hit. Will we see some magic? 32, all right. We got a single by Angel Mangual. All right, so Granger. So we have Bert Campaneris up, Mangual at first base, 2 outs. Granger's pitching, but he's probably tired. The Reds don't have a really, really good bullpen. I think that's their weakness. I don't see a great bullpen for the Cincinnati Reds. They basically have a lot of starters who can pitch relief. Technically Granger isn't tired, but the way he's playing tired. He's going to pitch to Campy. 56 is going to be a line out to the shortstop, but we have to check to see if there's an error possibility, and there is an error possibility. So it's a hit to Concepcion. Concepcion is a 6 on an error, and that will be an error on Dave Concepcion. So Dave Concepcion possibly misses the final out, messed up the final out of the ball game on the line drive. So let's look for line, pop, ground, hit, fly, pop, line. Results infield single and not an error. So it is not an error. Dave Concepcion couldn't handle it and he kind of muffed it, but it is not an error. It's an infield single. So we have runners at first and second, 2 outs. And now Joe Rudy is up. Okay. Problem is the Reds do not have a deep bullpen. That is their weakness. So let's look at the Reds cards. Let's see if I can find the Reds manager chart. There we go. Okay. So here's the Reds manager chart. Heavy bullpen use of multiple relievers per game. Middle inning relievers Multiple innings, quick hook on starting pitchers even in the first 3 innings. Okay, so let's take a look at their pitchers. Let's take a look at who pitched last game. So pitching for them last game was Wilcox, Carroll, and Granger. So let's see if I have somebody other than Wilcox, Carroll, and Granger. McLaughlin, possibly Jim McLaughlin. Let's see. Jim McLaughlin actually started last game. Wayne Simpson can't relieve. No one can't relieve. Washburn can relieve. It's got to be Ray Washburn. So Ray Washburn comes in for Granger. Joe Rudy is going to be up. So, bottom of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs. Runner on first and second. Oakland A's are behind 5-4 in their at bat. Here's the pitch. 94. A hit by Rudy. We got a 2 though. Let's look at that first. And we got 98. We're looking on the X chart. 51. If base on ball, pitcher is wild. So, nope, but we have runners on base, so it's a pass ball check. Johnny Bench has already allowed 1 pass ball. Let's see if he allows another. He does not. All right, so now we roll for Rudy's hits. Rudy's hit. And it is 16. That is a single. Let's see if I can. So, Joe Rudy's going to hit a single into right field. The right fielder is Rose, who's a -5. Now coming home will be Angel Manguel. Angel Manguel is a 41. So let's take a look at the runners going home. So we got second base to home. It's going to be run plus 15 plus another 25 because there's 2 outs. So 41, 51, 61, 71, 76, and Pete Rose is a -5. So 71, and he comes home. And there's a possibility of Campaneris going to third and Rudy going to second. So we're going to go. Angel Manguel is going to try to beat the throw home. 62, 41. 51, now again, 41, 51, okay, so we got 41, 51, 61, 65, plus 15, 75, 76, 76 minus 5 is 71. Am I forgetting anything? Second to home, 71. So that will be it. So Bert Campaneris, nope. The pinch hitter, Angel Manguel, will score the winning run. Actually, is that the winning or the tying run here? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So Campaneris will go to third. That is the tying run. Joe Rudy will go to second on the throw. No, Rudy won't go second on the throw. Rudy will go second. So we got runners at second and third. Reggie Jackson is up. We have a 5-5 tie game. All right. So bottom of the 9th inning. Score is Reds 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scores Reds 5, Oakland 5, 2 outs. Runners in second and third. Reggie Jackson up. Ray Washburn is pitching to Reggie Jackson. Bert Campaneris will be the winning run if he comes in, if Jackson can get a hit here. Here it is. 84 is a hit. Reggie Jackson. Let's see what kind of hit it is. Reggie Jackson hits the ball into center field. It will be a single into center field. Bert Campaneris, the hero of the game, scores. And the Cincinnati and the Oakland A's pull out a great game. Reggie Jackson with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to beat the 1970 Cincinnati Reds 6-5. Star of the game will definitely be Bert Campaneris. Bert Campaneris scored the winning runs. He scored 4 of 6 Oakland runs. He got a home run, a stolen base. Also for the A's, we got Larry Brown had a home run. How many total hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits for the A's. I don't believe there was any errors. For the Reds, Holtzman was pitching really well up to that 8th inning. And he gave up 1 hit, 2 hits, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits for the Reds. I don't believe there were any errors in this game, if I'm correct. There were no errors. There was 1 pass ball by Johnny Bench. We had a steal by Bert Campaneris. For the Reds, Bobby Tolan, after getting on the first inning 4-3, had 3 straight singles, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs. Tony Perez, the last 2 times he was at bat, got doubles, and he scored 2 of the runs. And then Johnny Bench, his last 2 times at bat, he got a double and a single, and he scored the other Cincinnati runs. Well, that's it for this game. I'm probably going to be playing some Pine Tar Baseball with the greatest team sets. I also am going to do a series with the SABRETooth Baseball 2.0. That is it. Thank you, everybody.